Hey, viewers, George here to do a George Talk vid thing. First impression, whatever we call these things. So if you haven't read the title of this video, I'm mostly talking about The Unfinished Swan. And believe me, this game is quite indeed 100% finished. And my god, this game is just so freaking cool. It's like... So I grabbed it on Friday, which would have been... My calendar's telling me it was the 19th. So I grabbed this on the 19th. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try sometime. It looks interesting. I think I've heard something about it. So, it wasn't until yesterday, which was the 21st, that I actually played it. And I played for about two and a half hours, and I was like, oh my god, this game's freaking amazing. This game's so magical. I was enjoying it immensely. And then I came home today from work and I played it for like another hour and a half or maybe an hour to 2 hours and beat the game. That like I was just so like focused on playing it. It was so much fun. So that's like, whoa, this is a great game. Okay, so what is The Unfinished Swan, if you've never heard of this game? Basically, oh man, how do you describe it? It's really hard to describe because it's not like a lot of games that are out there. It's like a puzzle-ish platformer, but at the same time, it's not. Like, at times it's trying to be artistic, at times it's trying to be a platformer, at times it's trying to be a bit of a puzzle platformer. But overall, it's so stylized and it's so beautiful to look at. It's just so amazing. And to top it off, it's like a lot of fun to play. I will say though, this game's definitely not going to be for everyone. Like, I can see people just outright hating this game because of what it is and what it's sort of setting out to do, and just in general what the game is. I can see people not really being in tune with it, but if you're the kind of person who likes those kind of different games and whatnot, wow, this game's up your alley. It's not weird. It's just really artistic in its presentation. I'm lost for words of how to describe it, but it's so beautiful to look at. So, the game, okay, I should probably describe how the game starts or like its story. So, the story of the game is you play as this kid, Monroe, and his mom dies. And his mom was like an artist, but like she would never finish any of her paintings, so she had like all these paintings that were like unfinished. And when Monroe's mother died, he could only take one painting with him to like the orphanage. So he took a painting of an unfinished swan, because it was like his mom's favorite. So, one day he wakes up and he sees that the swan in the painting has disappeared. So, I don't know, it doesn't really say. It doesn't really tell you how or what. Sorry about that. Where was I? So yeah, it doesn't really tell you how, but I guess he goes inside the painting or something, because he's trying to follow the swan and try and find it. Like I said, it doesn't really tell you exactly how he gets in there or where the hell is he, or perspective on everything. But the game starts you off and you're in like this white space. There's like nothing there. It's not until you press like one of the trigger buttons, like one of the buttons on the top, that you'll throw like a paintball or something like that will just like splatter on and start like revealing like the ground or the wall or like benches or rocks or whatnot, and you just keep throwing paint so you can find your way around in this area that's completely white, so you don't see anything until you throw paint on it. And it just looks so beautiful. Like, I was playing it and I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm in like Sin City or like I'm playing Mad World, because just the way like when the paint splashes on things and how it looks really gorgeous and whatnot. So you eventually play through and you get to a level where you start finding, like, uncovering the story about this king who had built this kingdom, and he didn't know what color he wanted his kingdom to be, so he just painted the whole thing white. And he painted the whole thing white, and he left it white until he could figure out a good color for it. But he never finished the idea. So like the kingdom's white, and then you get to this other part of this kingdom where there's actual shadows, and the water's like colored blue. But it's still basically white, so you have to still splat paint around so you can figure out where some of the walls are that are like in direct sunlight. And slowly the game develops and whatnot, and it's just so fantastic to play through. It is something else. Sorry about that. What was I saying? It's just so stylized when you're playing it and you're looking at it. It's just like beautiful. It's gorgeous. I really don't know what else to say. I swear I had some complaints about the game, but I can't fucking remember what the hell they were. After you've beaten the game, because the game, I guess my biggest complaint is the game is really short. Like I said, it probably took me 3-4 hours to beat the game. I think I wasn't keeping track of the time, nor does the game keep track of the time. But it doesn't take that long to beat it, and the game costs like $15 on the PlayStation Network, which for a game that's that short is a little pricey. And it's just, you finish and you're like, wow, it's already over. That's unfortunate. After you've beaten the game, you get like a bit of an incentive to play through the game again, because throughout the game they layer these balloons, which are hidden in various ways, and you have to find them to get balloon points, or you have to free them, to get balloon points or whatever, that you can spend on these little extra things to like enhance the game. So like you can get like a balloon radar, or you can get like the ability to stop time, sort of. So like you can throw like a bunch of paint balls, and then like you resume time, so like all those paintballs just splatter all over the place. Just like little fun things that you can do, and that it's interesting. There's like 3 of them that you have to unlock. 2 of them are after you've freed every single balloon, and 1 of them's from completing the game. And I don't know, it might work for some people. For me, I'm like completely on board on trying to find all those balloons, which is a rare thing where I'll ever be like, I need to complete this game, oh my god, like 100% it. But this is one of those games where I have like the need to want to do it, because it's just so much fun, and I would do anything to replay this game again, because I just enjoyed it so much. I really hope like that in the future they might like add some extra levels or challenge levels or something like that, because what they've done with the game, it sort of meets the bare minimum. Like it's like the tip of the iceberg of what they could actually do with what they have here. Like there's so much they can do to challenge the gamer with their mechanics and whatnot. And it just seems like that's like a lost opportunity there. Like there is like some challenge, but like it's nothing that's like hard to do. Like I think the average gamer, even like the average individual who's not like a core gamer but a casual gamer, could probably breeze through this game no problem. It's not a difficult game, but it's a short game, and it feels like they might have wanted to challenge the players at some points, but they are afraid to. And that I really don't like, because, like I said, there's so many neat things that they do with this game. There, like the first level where you have to like use the paint splatters to find out where you are and like reveal more of your space is really cool. And later on in the game, instead of using the paint splatters, you have to use like these paintballs that when they splat, they eventually just disappear. So it's sort of like a watercolorish, water paint sort of thing, if that makes any sense. And I was like, wow, wouldn't that be interesting if you had to use those to find your way around like a difficult platforming space? That would be really cool. I'd be totally down for that. Though I get really frustrated, I bet. But it'd be a lot of fun. And there's like a section where you're in this forest and it's completely dark, and you have to like constantly be within a light source or else you'll get like hurt a little bit. I don't think you can actually die though. Like you die, like because you can drown because your character can't swim. You can like fall great distances and whatnot, but I don't think you can actually die. You just restart at a certain point. Actually, something that was a little challenging. At least at first, I was like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be really difficult," but it wasn't. But it was really fun. Is everyone knows these things where like you're trying to like get to a higher point as the water slowly rises. They were doing that, and like you couldn't see jack all because like it was in that nighttime level where everything's basically a silhouette except for well lit places. So you're trying to figure out like what you can get around and whatnot, and oh, that was so much fun. And like they cleverly use things like tables that you had to stand on in order to get up higher places. Oh, and it just looks so beautiful the entire way playing it. Oh my god! So if you can't tell, this is a great game. Just a couple minor big problems with it. It's too short for its price, and it just misses out on so many opportunities. Like I said, it's like the tip of the iceberg of what they could do with these mechanics. And I'm wondering if either they're going to like do a sequel, maybe. I highly doubt that with the way it is, or they might like do DLCs or something like that, so like people can do more challenging things, or maybe one of the unlockables is like a harder game mode or something like that, because I haven't unlocked everything in the game. But it's a really fun, it's a very different game, and I think one of the things that this game does really well is not only is it a game that you can play, but it's like one of those games where that helps support the argument that like video games are not a form of art, which if you play games that are mainstream, they are. Because this game is a huge form of art. This game looks beautiful. It just looks so great, like playing it and whatnot. And I should also note that this game has move support controls, which I don't have a move, so I've never actually played. I didn't play with the move, but it's there, and I don't know what the difference is. If it makes it easier, if it makes it harder, but it's there. Just so you people know, because when I was downloading, I'm like, oh shit. I hope you don't need a move to play this game. It has the move symbol. I don't know what that means, but don't worry. You can play with a controller, or you can play with the move. Whatever floats your boat. So yeah, that's my impressions on the unfinished Swan. Try it. It's freaking amazing. Until next time, keep on gaming.